Our very own Danielle Dwyer joining us live from a big-time Michigan State watch party tonight out in Ottawa Hills.
Okay. Jordan, that's right. As you can see, everybody here at this Michigan State party is gearing up to cheer on a hometown guy. That guy is Michael Geiger. He's a kicker for the Spartans, and he's having a huge year. Now, earlier in the season, Michael Geiger and Sparty, they knocked off in-state rival Michigan, and this next story talks about a former Wolverine who's also had a big year himself. Rob Lytle, a name that brings back so many memories to his family, friends, former teammates, and the University of Michigan community.
The kind of phrase that came up was two words: beloved and teammate. And so many people said they don't know if there is a more beloved teammate that players have had at the University of Michigan than Rob Lytle.
The Michigan running back made quite the impact on the gridiron, breaking the school's career rushing record in 3 years with 3,307 yards. During his senior year in 1976, Lytle helped lead the Wolverines to a Big Ten championship, a Rose Bowl game, and was named as a first-team All-American. Lytle was drafted to the Denver Broncos, helping the team get to the Super Bowl his rookie season. His touchdown that game gave him the distinction of being the first player to ever score a touchdown in the Rose Bowl and the Super Bowl. And while some of those records have since been broken and Lytle died at the young age of 56 in 2010 from a heart attack, his spirit lives on.
He seemed grueling on the gridiron, but really he was just a very kind, loving person with a great sense of humor. He would always make everybody laugh and feel comfortable.
Tracy first met Lytle in 7th grade. They started officially dating in high school, went to Michigan together, transitioned to the NFL, got married, and had 2 children. She saw Lytle as a player, so willing to give of himself for the team.
Unless he literally could not walk, he was going to be out there on the field.
And she saw him as a friend, husband, father, and mentor.
He touched so many lives, and he did that kind of as his life went on, too. So he always believed in giving back to the community.
Tracy says it was in his heart and his nature to help others through work with organizations like the Listen Foundation, March of Dimes, United Way, and the Special Olympics. It's work he started during his playing days and continued long after he retired in 1983. And it's something his son Kelly says encompasses his true legacy.
It's easy to talk about the football side of Dad and kind of that legacy, but for those who really know him, they know that the legacy is much bigger than that, because it needs to encompass who he was as a person and his desire to give back to others.
The broad reach of his impact was shown to his family this year as they attended several events in his honor: the Super Bowl High School Honor Roll, College Football Hall of Fame celebration at Michigan, and the upcoming Hall of Fame induction in New York on December 8th, all of which can be described in one word.
It's bittersweet because you're celebrating something that was so important to Dad, and you're having a chance to remember him for the type of person he was, and to surround yourself with others who also have great memories.
And one of those memories is the Michigan-Ohio State game.
As Dad would have said, there was no greater rivalry in sports, and there was no greater game for him to play in than the Ohio State game. There was such a deep respect that he had for, at the time, Woody Hayes and Ohio State, and for what the rivalry and what the game represented.
Conference title for the Wolverines.
Sophomore year. Now, the Lytle family shared with me so many other memories. A lot of those you can read in Kelly's book, To Dad, From Kelly. One of those they also talked about was something that is bittersweet coming up. It's the College Football Hall of Fame induction. That's happening this week. They'll be traveling to New York with that. And some of the other memories talked about is playing days, which, Dane, I hear you have some more to tell us with that.
Yeah, we've got a little bit coming up.